All right. Hey guys, welcome to our training tonight. I'm super pumped for all of you that are on here. We are going to do everything KPI. So this is going to be a 30-minute training walking you through what KPI is, what the different tasks are, explaining all of this foreign language to you if you are new, and then also giving you some tips and tricks for getting through this to-do list every single day. So first of all, KPI. What is it? Okay, KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators. Basically, the Google definition of this is critical indicators or key indicators of progress towards an intended result. So I'm assuming if you guys are on here, you all have a specific goal for your business. KPI is what is going to get you there. So regardless of how big your goal is, KPI is going to keep you on track towards that goal. So I think of it as our business to-do list. And most of you guys, if you have had a normal job or if you have a normal job, when I used to work in retail, I knew what my job description was. I showed up every day. I'd unlock the doors. I'd turn over the open close sign. I'd turn on the light. I'd check the dressing rooms. I'd boot up the computer, open our point of sale. You know, the to-do list goes on and on and on of all the things that I did from the time I showed up until the time that I left. And for me, KPI is that for this business. And it's new to the business. So even if you guys have been around for a while, this is probably a new concept for you. The business in the past has kind of been just do it and figure it out and just learn from your mistakes. And now we actually have a roadmap to help you stay on track each day, because this business is so much about planting and doing the right actions, knowing that it's going to pay off down the road. And so this to-do list makes sure that you guys are doing what you need to do daily in order to see those results. So that way you don't have to end the day wondering, I don't even know if I did the right things. I don't know if I made the right post. I don't know if I talked to the right people. You can actually go to bed each night knowing you're on track. Okay. So I want you to know, if you're brand new, this can feel overwhelming. Okay, you're probably not going to get through the full list, or you're going to get through the full list, but maybe not hit the numbers that we recommend, and it's okay. I need you to not stress over, okay, this is your goal to hit. It's to keep you on track, but it's not the be all end all, okay? And we're going to talk through kind of what you should prioritize on your KPI list. We actually just uploaded a new tracker to the Success Squad page. It has our team schedule on it as well as the new tracker. But I want you to know there's so many trackers floating around, so many KPI trackers. It doesn't really matter which one you're using. They're all pretty much the same tasks, just in different orders. And so we prioritized it in order of the things that are the most income producing, and then some extra tasks for those of you that are wanting to move a little bit faster that are also important. But there are a few things that make us a little bit more money and get to the point a little bit faster. So, okay, let's just dive in. So we're going to talk through a few of the tasks. Lydia and Samantha are on here with me. So I'm going to talk through the first three, and then Lydia's going to talk through a few, and then Samantha's going to talk through a few. There are 10 total tasks, you guys. And basically these 10 tasks are, we're going to take you from distributor to ambassador. We all do the same things. I've just been doing it a lot longer than a lot of you guys have. So, okay, so we're going to talk through 1 through 3 right now. So the first task you're going to see on your KPI list is host to post. Okay, I'm not going to go into what host to post is or how to do it, because that's a whole other training, and we have lots of tips on the team page, lots of videos you can watch on what host to post actually is. But to me, you guys, this is the most important thing you can do for your business, hands down, before anything else. And the thing about host to post is that if you will wake up every day with your goal to get 7 to 10 host to post up, almost the entire KPI list is going to take care of itself. You're going to be talking to new people. You're going to be following up with people. You're going to be adding to your network. So if you will do task 1, there's several tasks that you probably don't even need to look at, and you're going to get done anyways. So host to post is number 1. My tip for getting these host to posts up, you guys, I have a couple, but the first thing is send out feelers the night before. And by feelers, I mean send out a question asking if they will do a favor for you and make a post on their wall. I like to send those right before I go to bed because I wake up in the morning with people saying, sure, I'll make a post for you. And then by 8, 9 a.m., I already have a couple of posts up that I'm able to work. Okay, I think a lot of people make this mistake of looking at the KPI tracker, doing all of the easy things first, and then they look up at the end of the day and they haven't done host to post, or they can't find people to post for them, so then they're a little bit panicked. And so doing KPI either late at night or first thing in the morning, doing host to post late at night or first thing in the morning, so that way you wake up. I try to get my 7 to 10 up before noon. Okay, so make that your goal. It's not always going to happen, but you will feel so much better, and it allows the rest of your day to be a little bit more reactive. Because once you have your 10 host to post up, not that there's not other things you'll do, but most of the conversations you're going to have, most of the follow-ups you're going to do is going to come from those host to post. So, okay, I think we hit that home, host to post, why it's important to do that first. And then the other tip for getting 10 host to post up, if you are struggling to find people to post for you, is that when you do have someone that wants to post for you, do more giveaway host to post. Okay. And so again, that if you guys aren't familiar with host to post yet, you're going to go back through the trainings, but it would just be like, I see Mickey on here. It would be like me asking Mickey to make a post, and she's going to make a post that says, hey, my friend Alyssa is giving away whatever the prize is that month. Put your birthday month for a chance to win. Okay, because those posts tend to get a lot more comments, and then the people that comment, you're going to ask them to post for you. So do more of those giveaway host to post if you're struggling to get 10 posts up, because the bigger your network grows, the more people you're going to have to host to post for you. So the main thing with host to post is growing that network. All right, so the second task on your KPI list is follow up. Okay, you're going to notice it talks about 1-day follow-ups, meaning following up the next day with people you were talking to before. Obviously, following up with anyone is important, but we also say fresh fish bite first. So people that it's on their brain, they're thinking about it, you just had a conversation. A lot of times those people order before the ones that have been thinking about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. So checking in with people from the day before, also going back to anyone that posted for you yesterday or even the last few days. I'll usually go back through the last few days. Facebook is weird. Sometimes people will comment because they'll see it days after the fact. So going back, checking those posts, responding to comments, adding those friends, making sure that you're doing that during that follow-up section. And my tip for this, you guys, obviously have some sort of system where you keep track of people on the back of your KPI tracker, whether you have a host to post tracker, whether you have a potentials list. However you want to keep track of those people is great. Obviously, staying organized for following up with people makes it much easier the longer you have been in. But the other thing that you can do, guys, because sometimes just life gets away from us and our inbox gets crazy, you can also search Messenger for keywords. So if you know that you say a certain word every time you describe our coffee, or every time you describe our customer program, or anytime someone comments on a specific host to post, if you know you use a specific word, you can search your Messenger to make sure you're not missing anyone. It'll pop up any conversations that you have in your inbox with that keyword in it. So if you're nervous about following up, or maybe you're sitting here right now watching this like, I've done a terrible job following up with people, search Messenger. It'll show you the last couple of weeks, months, years of conversations you've had with people. And you guys, I have had people that I have just totally blanked on following up with, and I'll search starter kit, or I'll search pick 2 or some promotion that we've had going on, and I'll find people that I just somehow missed, and I'll still follow up with those people. Like, girl, I don't know how your message got buried in my inbox, but I'm embarrassed and I'm still messaging you. Like, is this something you're still interested in? So follow-up is the second thing, because almost all of your enrollments are going to come from follow-up. And maybe not just one, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 follow-ups. But again, fresh fish bite fast, or bite first, either way. So that's number 2. And then the third one on there is going to be make 25 new connections for the day. Okay, that's total new messages, new conversations, getting started every day. Okay, if you're brand new, again, sounds like a lot. However, if you are doing host to post, 25 new connections is really not that much, because you're going to be starting conversations with almost everyone that comments on those host to post. So continue doing host to post every day until you reach that 25 messages, you guys. Sometimes you're going to do 5 host to post and you're going to get 25 or more conversations started. Sometimes it might take 10 or 15 to get 25 comments, but 25 new connections. There are 2 other ways besides host to post to make sure, well, there's more than 2, but the 2 I'm going to talk to you about tonight that will help you get to the 25 connections is, number 1, if someone does a host to post for you, mention the business opportunity or the products or coffee samples after they post for you and count that as a new connection. Okay, if you've never talked to them about the business or products before, but they do a host to post for you, say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Have you ever thought about making money on social media? You would be great at this. Okay, I count that. That is a new conversation, a new seed that I planted. No matter what their answer is, I count that as a connection as part of my 25. Okay, if they post for me and I say, you know, thank you so much. The winner will be announced on November 1st. By the way, I'm offering $5 off my Skinny Brew sample packs. Are you interested in a coffee that'll help you burn more calories? Okay, count it. New connection. Regardless of their answer, I planted a seed. They now know we have fat burning coffee. Okay, so count those as a part of your 25. If you are struggling to get 25, use those. Okay, it's just 25 new planted seeds. All of these tasks on the KPI list can be tweaked and catered a little bit. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to take it so literally, okay? And then the last way to increase your 25 is messaging people about the opportunity, you guys. And a lot of us don't do this enough, but just seeing someone on your newsfeed that you're like, that person is awesome. They're always positive. They tend to have a really likable personality. People are always commenting on their post, or maybe they're in the health and beauty industry, or they remind you of someone else on the team. Reach out to them. They don't need to have liked or commented on a post. You can just say, hey, I know this is weird, or I know this is creepy, but I've been looking at your page and I think you'd be so good at this. Would you ever let me send you more info? Okay. Again, that's a new connection. Count it towards your 25. One good way to find people to message besides your newsfeed, because we know we don't see everyone in our newsfeed, is see who's viewing your story. If you are posting to your Instagram or Facebook story every day, you can see who's viewing your story. That's where I like to find people maybe before they're ready to reach out to me, because they're watching. They don't always message you. They might not vote on your poll, but they are watching. And to me, that's an indicator that, okay, they're either really supportive or maybe there's something in them that's thinking, I wonder if I could do that too. And so start with those people, message them about the opportunity, and that's it. Sorry, talked for a while. I'm going to let Lydia take tasks 4 through 6.
Okay, I'm going to try to keep it short because I have so much information in my head to share. But 4 is personal development, self-development, whether you're working on business development or you're starting your morning with your like journaling or reading scripture. You need to, I'm just going to say, I like to do this first thing in the morning. I like to start my day off with personal development, so you kind of get in the right mindset. You kind of like get your head right so you're positive, so that way when you get a message from someone that says no or doesn't respond or everything else, you already are starting your day out on the right foot. So it's not like oh well, they don't want it, I guess I'm done, I don't really want to do anything for the rest of today, and then you're like your whole day's gone and you've wasted like your whole day. And so many of those add up throughout the month, and then you're only working like 2 weeks out of the month, and then you wonder why you're not going anywhere. They say that 80%, is it 80 or 90? A lot of a percentage of this is mindset, which sounds hokey when you're first getting started. You're like, okay, like what does what I'm listening to or reading have anything to do with anything? But if you aren't starting your day out right, or if you're not growing your mind, if your mind's not growing, neither will your paycheck. Your paycheck can only grow to what your mind can expand. I know in the 90-day push, we're doing Millionaire Mindset right now, which so many people have had so many ahas from it, to just how much is truly your mindset. And then a couple tips to start off with self-development. Like, I know not everyone in the beginning can afford to buy, a new Audible book every month, or go to the bookstore, or have time to sit down and read. I don't really have time to sit down and read. Like, I never finish a book if I do that, but I can listen. I can listen to podcasts while I'm driving my kid to school, or while you're doing the dishes or folding the laundry. Anytime you're not doing something active with your brain, plug a headphone in and be expanding your mind while doing something else. And I know there's tons I'm sure there's a bunch in Success Squad about podcasts to start with, or audiobooks, or there's a million YouTube videos you can go watch of other leaders' teams, which I'm not going to get into a ton of those, otherwise we'll be here all day. 5 is make an It Works post or add to your stories. And then it says to be posting 4 times a week. And that is, you could do business posts if you're focusing on the $39 codes that we have, which is just like our current promotion going on right now. And if you don't have them, that's fine too. $99 is still an amazing deal to sign up for this business. And you don't want to be posting just about It Works. That's number 6. Make a personal post. And if you're like, oh, well, I'm boring, I don't do anything all day, like I stay home with my 2-year-old all day and don't do anything, then you have mom content that's relatable. Go to Pinterest, look up funny memes, and then save it and share it yourself. Don't share something on your feed. Never just click the share button on your Facebook. You always want to save the picture, go and maybe tweak it a little bit, add your own text or something, and say post it as your own status. And then other people, I've had so many shares from that. Instead of sharing someone else's content, they're now sharing your content, and that's getting you more views. Alyssa just posted in the team page today a bunch of hashtags and stuff to look at, to follow if you're not sure where to post with. And stories are huge. Stories, that's good with number 5, is the posting about It Works. That's where a lot of the views are right now. Not as many people tend to see posts. You still will get interaction on your posts, but stories, there's a reason it's at the top of your feed when you open either Facebook or Instagram. That's the first thing you see across the top is stories. And then a good way to do a product from your stories is what you're using. We preach to be a product of the product. You can't talk about something without using it. If you don't love it, you're not going to be able to be like, oh, this is amazing, I do it every day, as opposed to being like, oh yeah, there's this coffee that burns fat, you should get it. As opposed to saying oh, hey, I'm drinking my coffee this morning and I love it because of my brain function, or I love that I've dropped 2 pant sizes with it, or any of the products, whatever you use. The hydrate, you love how you stay hydrated throughout the day, or the collagen or skincare. There's so many products that you can use and show yourself making. I always start out with celery every morning, just because it's an easy one to get on your story and get it knocked out first thing in the day. Start with your coffee first thing in the day. Talk about what it does for you, and talk about, you could even throw a plug for the business in there while you're talking and making your coffee. And then also we have a team Pinterest page that has tons of story ideas on it. I started a Telegram chat for stories, which you can find if you search. I know it's a post in the Success Squad page. I think that's all. Trying to keep it short and sweet, unless there's anything else we want to throw in there about stories or posting.
That's perfect. I said you could probably search the Telegram app or search Telegram on
you just search
Squad page, because there's not that many posts about it on there. Okay, so 6 was stories.
6 was just a personal post, something about you.
Right. Personal post. Okay, someone asked what was number 6. It was stories and then your personal post.
Your audience wants to see you, not just a copy paste It Works robot.
The way I look at it is your network is growing. So you are now becoming friends with friends of friends of friends of friends. They need to know you're a human being, because if they just think they're following a business page or a robot, they will unfollow or unfriend. So they need to know you're a real person. Okay, so then I'm going to kick it over to Samantha, who's going to run through the rest of the tasks.
Okay, so I'm going to go over kind of the bonus KPIs, where These are ones if you'd like to do more and you just kind of want to grow your network and just go through things a little bit more quickly. These are like really great for you guys to try. And so number 7 kind of goes in with number 6, because number 7, you're going to want to add like 20 new friends to your Facebook, and you're going to want to follow about 50 people on Instagram. Now that kind of sounds like a lot, but when you're adding your 20 friends on Facebook, a lot of them are going to come from your apps. A lot of those people you're going to be asking like, hey, is it okay if I send you a quick friend request? I'd love to share more info with you. So a lot of people, you will just ask if you can friend request. When they say yes, you can add them. So a lot of people you'll add just by doing host to post alone. And if you kind of set yourself up the night before to get those apps up, you're already going to have like half of this done by noon. So that's really going to help you and then not feel so overwhelming with, oh, I have to add 20 friends today. That seems like a lot, but really it's not. And you guys can definitely do it just by host to post. You can go to like some of your common friends and be like, oh, they seem kind of cool. Maybe I can see if I can send them a friend request. Maybe they'd be interested in the business. Maybe they'd be interested in the products, but just try to add 20 friends to Facebook and then go to Instagram and follow people. So you can just kind of go through and see if there's any hashtags that you guys have in common with people. If you're in any different groups, or if you're following some of your friends, you can kind of go to their likes and then see who comments and then be like, oh, they seem cool. I'll see if I can add them. And then just kind of go through and follow people that you think that you would generally want to follow them. Because if you have like a couple things in common, they're more apt to follow you back. So that's just some tips on, adding friends, following people on Instagram. I know like you might feel like, oh, well, I don't know this person. I can't ask to follow them. They might think I'm weird. But I mean, most of the time they don't think you're weird. They're probably like, oh, she's cute. What's she doing? Like they want to know what you're doing. They're kind of curious. They're like, oh, they might be flattered that they want to follow me. So don't get in your head about it. Just go ahead, click follow. And I promise they're probably going to follow you back. And they're probably going to be like, hey, what do you do? So definitely just don't get in your head about that, because that can be hard in the beginning when you're trying to just navigate getting to know strangers, I guess. But moving on to number 8 and 9, they're both pretty similar, except you're going to go to those new friends that you've just added on Facebook. You're going to want to pick about 20 of those people and you want to sort them. So when you go into your Facebook, you can go to friends and you can sort them by like newest to oldest. So you're going to want to go to your most recent 20 friends and go through and like and comment on their most recent posts, because you want to start interacting with those people that you just became friends with. And that's, again, when they start looking at your profile, they're going to want to see that you're a real human being and that you have a personal post. You're not just all about, it works and very salesy and spammy. Like that's not going to keep their attention. They want to know you and they want to know who is following them and who they just started to follow. So getting those personal posts on there for those new friends is huge. And then you need to interact with your audience. Like if you want them to see your posts, you have to comment and like on their posts. Same with Instagram. All those new followers that you just followed, go through, look at their pictures, like them, be like, oh gosh, that's so cute. Or you have such a cute dog. Or, oh my gosh, I just went there yesterday. If they are in the same town as you and you visit the same, coffee shop or something, be like, oh, I was just there. I love this drink. Like just some little blurb just to say hi. And then it gets them over to your page. And then that, honestly, all of those can get done just by doing those main 6 things on your KPI tracker from the beginning. Just getting all of those first 6 done. Most of these bonus ones are already going to be done for you. So that's already kind of like checking off the box. But our last one, number 10, is just to learn something new about a product. So when you're new, you're like, oh gosh, there's just so many products. I don't know how I'm going to talk about them. I don't know anything about them. Just start out with one. Start out with one product that you think that you would like maybe our skinny coffee, because you'll get those samples in your starter kit. You can send one to yourself. You can try it. You can talk about it. You can post about it. And then you can also go into like the team page and just search Skinny Brew. There's different facts that will come up about it, different pictures, different posts. Go ahead, read through those. You can like find fun little facts about Skinny Brew, how people make it. And then like the Success Squad page, go through there. The team chats, like on there, go search Skinny Brew, and then you can see conversations. Maybe you'll find like a cool fact about Skinny Brew. And then when in doubt, just go to the website and look at the product descriptions. You can just go through, read the product descriptions. It'll tell you everything that's in it. It'll tell you, you know, who can use it, who cannot use it. You know, they don't want like 6-year-olds hopped up on coffee. So I feel like there's just so much at your fingertips just on our team pages, on our website, on our Facebook chats. So go ahead and like utilize that information so that you guys can get to know as many products as you can, because, and then just using them always helps. I think that's all.
That's perfect. Okay, so I know that the three of us all have very busy, different lives. We all love the KPI tracker for different reasons, but mainly because we can do a lot of it in small pockets of time throughout the day, and still by the end of the day, get most, if not all of it done. So again, if you guys are new to KPI, not even new to the business, give yourself a little bit of grace. Spend the next week, you know, print 1 week of it off, because each sheet, I like that it has a whole week of tasks on one sheet, so you don't have to print a tracker for every day, and just start working through it. See how much you can get done each day, and stay in touch with your sponsor on the ones that maybe you're having trouble hitting the numbers for, or things that maybe you don't understand. But start working through it, because it's the only way to really get better at it and get more efficient, and is to start working through it. And just like we said, if you focus on host to post, a lot of the other stuff is going to happen. You still have to do the work on the mindset, but a lot of the other actions are going to take care of themselves if you will master host to post. So if you're new to host to post or new to KPI, please, or new to the business in general, please master host to post, because it's going to help you master KPI. And I think that's it. And you guys, we did that in less than 30 minutes. And I just want everyone on here to know that if you can literally learn KPI in less than 30 minutes, everything that we just talked about, when you will put it into action, is what will make you successful. Like, there's no other magic sauce except for actually doing the things that these leaders and all the other leaders in the business and in the company are doing. So now we just have a different format than we've ever had before in this company to make sure we're all on track. It's no longer a guessing game on whether you're doing what's right to be successful. It's just up to you to show up daily and do the work and take the action. Okay. So that's it for tonight, you guys. This recording will be up on my YouTube channel, so that if you need to send it to someone or come back and revisit it, the KPI tracker is under the files section on the team page. So again, if you need to handwrite it today, you don't have access to a printer, do it. It's not that complicated. Make one for the week, and then find a printer, borrow a printer, send it to Office Depot, whatever. Get some printed for you if you're serious about setting yourself up for success in 2021. It starts now with this tracker. So that's it for tonight. Appreciate you girls for being on here with me, and we'll see you guys later.